Cold open.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know what you did there. Okay, now I see it now that it's back up.
Yeah.
What it looked like for me was you just pressed like nothing and then it went away.
Oh yeah, there's like an X button right there.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we just spent about like 30 minutes trying to get this started
It's on a coffee filter now.
on a coffee filter. So I wish I could show you, but I'd have to like rearrange the whole setup we got going.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got it on a coffee filter, a towel.
Looks good.
It looks good. Looks professional.
So I have to be honest, I feel bad, but I've not been watching your show. And
That's
not
okay.
because I don't like it. I just forgot you had a show.
That's all right. I think most people have by now.
No, I've seen your viewers. I looked back today. You're getting good viewers, which is awesome.
Really?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Damn, all right.
You
Well-
said I have not felt the same. You're probably paying attention way more than anybody else, though.
Yeah.
Like for anybody,
For
like
sure.
people more like me, that's like, oh yeah, he's still doing his show, and that's like cool and stuff. Like I listened to our episode, I listened to
Hell
like
yeah.
a couple of yours in Lawrence, but like I just haven't listened recently.
Yeah.
And then when I go back and check on it, I'll see it and I'll be like, oh damn, he's doing good.
Yeah, I'm still there, you know.
Mm.
Still running. I appreciate that. I appreciate you listening.
You're doing
you know?
good, man.
Thanks, man. I
People
really
appreciate what you're doing out here.
Yeah,
Whatever this is.
You know where I come from, you know. If you knew me back then,
Yeah.
I came from the struggle.
If
And,
only.
you know, I came up and, you know, I'm doing my thing. So, you know, God really just blessed me right now with this career I got and this, the fame and fortune I found. So, yeah.
Nice. It's just gonna let that run its course.
That's my acceptance speech. Yeah.
What are you accepting?
The best
Best
listened,
inmate.
the most loved podcaster.
The most
I don't know.
That was my acceptance speech at my teacher award, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, but
how you been?
doing all right, you know, just working.
It
Chilling.
sounded like there was some struggle in that. You said,
Yeah.
doing all right.
I've been going through some shit, man.
Oh no.
I'm kidding.
Would that be? How would like a good friend do that? I always think that like when somebody brings on heavy stuff,
Yeah.
which I like heavy conversations.
Me too. Yeah.
I really like heavy conversations, but when people bring it
Sweet.
on, I'm always like, okay, how would a good person respond to this? Like that's my first thought. It's like, okay, don't laugh. No, you can't laugh there and be like, bro, same.
Yeah. You just gotta be super unhelpful. Just be like, just stop
It's like,
feeling down.
I don't know what I'm doing through this massive void that's just growing and growing. It's like, bro, Black Hole Tommy? I got him too. Like,
I don't know. It's a tough thing, you know. But
What's been your struggle lately, and then I'll give mine. We can
yeah, let's get real deep in
yeah,
this.
let's get like condolence. I mean, let's not get like personal where people know our
Let's get
details.
super personal.
Let's give our social security. No, what's been your thing lately?
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit. Where do I even start?
Bruh. Shit.
Shit.
Same.
You know, life just be doing a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's February. It's that season. You know. But I've been getting through it. You know.
Oh, Valentine's? Is that the season?
Nah, like
Oh.
the seasonal.
I thought that starts in like.
Shit.
I thought that starts at birth. No, I thought that
Yeah.
starts at like
Yeah.
seasonal depression that starts at birth.
Yeah. Bro, that's
I thought it was supposed to start at like October though, but I get what you're saying. It's
yeah,
supposed to be
it
lightening
starts,
up.
like, for me, it feels like from late October till all the way to like June, that like seasonal depression hits everybody, and it's like the balls thing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
but you know, I've been doing good. You know, just staying busy. You know what I'm saying? It's just
You 5 me.
you feel?
You seen that guy that he goes, you 5 me?
No, what is it off
I
of?
thought that's what. Oh no, it's Adam 22.
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
jumper.
love him. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the you 5 me guy.
Oh,
He's got a 5
I
tattooed
remember
on
that.
his face.
Yes, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, you find
Oh
me.
yeah, that guy.
That
Sorry,
guy.
I thought you meant the other. His is actually 7, so it's weird.
It's weird. You 7 me?
Nah,
Yeah,
not
but
the
no, it's weird.
it's weird.
It's weird. November through, not even because it's psychological thing, but objectively, those months suck because it depends on who you are. For me, there's like no green trees, nature's dead, it's really cold, it gets dark every day.
Yeah.
It gets dark all the time. Like, you don't get much sunlight. So I think to any human creature, that's like,
Yeah.
it's tough on them for sure.
Yeah. No, I get that. I hear you.
Yeah. But, you know.
What are you doing to, like, remedy it? Like, what's kind of been, like, your thing that you do to sort of combat it?
That's a good question.
If you don't have an answer, that's
no,
totally
I
cool
do
too.
have an answer, but it's going to sound really stupid.
All
right.
You don't have to give it if you don't want to.
No, like, stupid in a, like, that doesn't make sense kind of way. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Well, that's even more interesting.
I listen to NBA Youngboy.
Okay. So my old roommate loved NBA Youngboy.
Yeah.
Channing loved him.
But, I thought you were talking about Jacob.
No.
No, but I could see him like
He's not
that
my
too.
roommate either.
Oh,
he's just
yeah.
a guy that like.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
In that apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, it's like he has such a unique perspective on life, and it's one I haven't, one really been in. Now, I can't listen to him past before 3 p.m.
Okay.
It's just too early to like.
I don't have like a great frame of reference for NBA Youngboy. Is it trap? Is it?
It's sort of like most people's first impressions is gonna sound like he just talks about sex, money, drugs, and killing people.
That
and
stuff's
like,
super cool and rhymes great. All right, stop complaining about that shit. Okay?
That's what I'm saying.
Now, you don't have to rate the album like a 10 out of 10 if that's all they do. But I'm just saying, can we stop complaining about the things? It's like, it's part of the show.
But yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. And some people say it all has like a negative view on everything. Sure, that's a fair argument. But at the same time, it's like those. In a different world, it's like you get to step into another world. And not only that, it sounds really dumb, but I like his philosophy where I'm really white to say this, but just, thug it out. Just sort of like pimp it out. Don't cry, bitch. It really does help.
Yeah.
Me,
I hear what you're saying.
I just imagine Youngboy. Every time I wake up, he's in front of me. He says, bitch, don't cry, bitch. I'm like, thanks, Youngboy.
You and thanks, Youngboy. Go to sleep at night, Youngboy. I grew up. Logan's been really into Jocko Willink. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. I know his first name because it's Jocko. Like,
yeah.
So you know who that is, right? Yeah. I figured you might have. He's been on Joe Rogan and stuff, but he's a big like mindset guy.
Really?
He was could be butchering his story, but he was like Marine guy that went from like he was high up in the Marines or the Navy SEALs. Excuse me. He was a Navy SEAL, which is way different. Like, it's very, very exclusive to be a Navy SEAL. It takes a little bit more. He was a Navy SEAL commander or something like that, and he had a huge, extensive military career. But then he like gives motivational speeches and like helps businesses grow now. I think is my
damn. Is that the David Goggins?
Yeah. Very, very similar.
Okay.
In vein with David Goggins.
Gotcha.
Very, very similar. They come from that type of elk.
Gotcha.
And Jocko's got his saying is "get some," I think, because that's what Logan's been around saying.
Really?
He wakes up and he goes, "Get some, get some."
I'm telling you, people just.
I think it's the young person mindset. Can I do mine now? Can I do it?
Please, I was about to ask because I felt selfish for only saying mine.
No. I never, I didn't really say anything. So mine's been lately just like education. How I want to finish up my education and potentially like the rest of my career. I love what we're doing with Dad. I could do that forever. But it's also helpful to be like some experience in other fields too.
Yeah.
Incorporate what we do.
What you mean?
And so, part of that is like picking degrees and picking like fields that you've got to like. It's just so much planning. It's really what I'm trying to say. It's planning that I'm not good at because I don't like planning. Not schedule wise. I just hate thinking that far ahead. I'm really good at practical stuff, like where you go, you need to learn this thing, and if you don't learn this and be the best at this freaking thing, I'm like, dude, I got you. I will do the best at this thing that you're telling me to do. But if you're like, hey, you need to set out a roadmap for how you're going to study like cybersecurity because it's an extensive field and you don't have really any background, but that's what you want to do. So it's kind of like, oh man, I'm bad at this shit.
That sounds stressful as hell.
It is a little bit, but it's making me realize with our background, we have some advantages, we have some disadvantages. Okay, big advantage that we have, like with our home life and stuff, is we're used to grinding.
Yeah,
I think. Like we've just got like a background that's like just hustle.
Yeah.
Like having to grind to make things. The thing that makes it hard though is we don't have we don't have a lot of connections when it comes to education and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think either of us are stupid, but we were homeschooled. All right. I don't think either of us are the dumbest people we know.
No. Okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Like I know people that are, more educated than I know we're smarter than. So like,
yeah.
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
No. Yeah. Exactly.
So like,
exactly.
We just got to apply ourselves.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm just thinking like with the homeschool thing, how we started, I didn't pay attention to colleges in high school.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely is not because.
Can I give you some real advice though that'll help you? Like,
yeah.
I'm so serious. 5 years down the line, get your associate's degree now. As soon as you can, get your associate's degree. Okay. Don't worry about your big schools. Don't worry about partying. Just get your baseline degree, because that's going to save you a ton of money. That's what I did, but it just took me a while because I was working. Right.
Yeah.
Stay with mom and dad for as long as you can as well.
Okay.
Live off of their dime while you finish up your associate's degree at least. I would say if you can, finish up your bachelor's while you're living with mom and dad. That would be my biggest advice I can give you. That is like, that would be a $60,000 game change right now for me if I had done that.
Damn, really?
Yeah. Like if I had, now granted, I wouldn't, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't, because like I did it for the right reasons. And like I'm proud of like the things I learned and the things I did at that time still. But like even still, what I'm telling for you and like just the way to think about it is like, if you can get that leg up on your education, get those 2 years done because you're homeschooled, and then you can get your bachelor's degree, it opens up a lot more jobs for you starting off.
Okay. Yeah, that honestly does help, because like at this age, it's that awkward age where it's like, shit, I feel like this is the time to start doing shit with my life. And it's like there's so many, I don't know, maybe not, but there's just so many roads you can go down, and it's sort of like you have to pick the first big road to the other interstates and whatnot. So it's like, it's tough a little bit, but like, I'll figure it out. It's not gonna come all at once. It's like it's a day by day thing, and I'll learn more.
I think it also helps to like quickly figure. It's like way easier to figure out what you don't like than to figure out what you do like.
Damn,
like
that's bars.
Isn't that? I feel like it's so basic. Like no, but it's so quick. Like it's so easy to like figure out the jobs that you hate.
Yeah.
Like you more than me, you've actually done more jobs than I have now. And
really?
It's like, like between, for sure.
Damn.
I've done 2. I've stayed on 2 paths pretty much.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I could have sworn you worked more jobs, and that's not.
I mean, I just worked at the same spot. I just stuck. Like
It just like I don't know. It looks better on you, honestly, because it shows that like you stay places longer, in a sense. And you're not like hopping around.
But you gave a 2 weeks notice for all your places, and I didn't do that for every place.
But your case was deserved. Your case, I support.
I'm just saying, there's like, it doesn't matter what person. This is what I'm learning. I think is like, I heard somebody the other day that say like, we see a lot of people that are like athletes and like celebrities, and we see like TikTok people and people like we're just like constantly seeing people that are successful. Like that's entertainment basically for us, is seeing success in a lot of ways, in a lot of our mediums.
Definitely.
And so when you do that, you get desensitized to like the process it takes to get there. Yeah. But the other thing I think is we always seem to just assume everybody found their passion immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like
100%.
I think part of what passion is like just giving a lot of effort to something that you already kind of enjoyed, and then it becomes a passion.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if everything just starts as like, this is my passion,
right?
And then you do that for the rest of your life. Like maybe Michael Jordan.
Like very few people have that thing when they're like at 8 and they're like, I'm gonna be a basketball player. Like I'm gonna be. I know it. Not many people have that big of a passion for something. Yeah. And maybe they do, but it's not. It's also very hard to get into.
I mean, it's like setting smart, attainable goals too, because anybody can say they want to be a basketball player, but like, just because you want that, like realistically, obviously basketball is out of the question. But I'm talking about like realistically, I will never be like probably a surgeon Like, I just don't think I will
Yeah.
probably never be a mathematics professor. I will probably, like, there's a lot of things I'll probably never do.
Yeah.
But there may be some subfields in there that I would really enjoy.
Yeah.
There may be some concepts in those fields that I could use and borrow and use in other places. Like, you just never know. My shitty advice is just live life. What's the soccer mom? It just hit me that everything I'm saying is just the soccer mom. Live, laugh, love, bro.
Live, laugh.
Dude, did you just not have coffee this morning?
Sorry, Karen. I did not have my coffee.
Girl, and I don't have my coffee. I literally kill my kids. Like, I literally stab them.
It gives me such a boost of energy when I murder my husband.
Yeah, I wake them up and I'm like choking them. They're just like little eyes popping out.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
That's a good part. I also enjoyed that part. Nah, nobody has it figured out.
Yeah,
nobody has it figured out.
Tough. What would, if you could go back to your 18-year-old self, what would be like the key things that you would say to him? Or if you could just talk to him?
I would definitely tell him to take education more seriously. I was really wish-washy at first. Like, I just wasted time in school. So, like,
what do you mean by like wish-washy? Like,
here's what I mean. In high school, we were pretty much teaching ourselves for the most part.
Yeah.
That's and I know, like, I'm sure like a lot of parents would think like, oh my God, you didn't get anything done. And I didn't.
Yeah.
But no, what I'm trying to say is it was a mistake. No. What I'm saying actually though is I think it taught me responsibility. If I wanted to learn something, I just had to do it. Like, my mom was grading us. Like, she would grade our tests and stuff, but it was still just like...
You didn't have that every day.
Yeah, there's
like,
nobody...
They see you doing your schoolwork instead of...
Like, once we hit high school... Like, once I hit high school, that was it as far as what they were going to teach me. Because then it was like, well, here's the courses, here's the books that we bought for you. You go through it and learn it. And I did for some of it. Some of it I didn't, of course. Like, I don't know shit about chemistry, but...
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Learning chemistry. No, I actually did need to take chemistry in college. So that was
for real.
Yeah, but what my point is though, it's like I would have taken it probably more seriously, just because it's like it's not even that any of that stuff matters, but it's just like you realize how much time you probably could have saved and how much like easier it could have made your life. But in hindsight, everything. I would say the other thing I've learned is like the way you're going to get through anything in life is just doing stuff. Like, you just have to do it.
Damn, okay.
Like, at least for me, I'm apparently just a terrible listener. Like, I just have to do some stuff and realize, like, oh, I don't like this. This is dumb.
Yeah.
Or I do like this, and I should put more effort into it. Part of my problem is, like, I'll overthink things before I commit, not do it. Yeah. And then, like, well, I never knew. You know, I could have tried that, and I could have done it. And the more I'm putting into things, the more I'm seeing back. I'm like, oh, okay, I actually could do this if I just applied myself. That's interesting. One day it hits you, you're like, you mean I can't be anything? This shit sucks. I wasted so much time.
I lied to myself. It's it's something I'm currently regretting, and because it's like sometimes in school, I think it's hard to give yourself that accountability. Not all the time, but sometimes it's like nobody's watching me like do this. Like, one day they are. Like one day soon they're gonna see all this work, but at the same time it's like, damn, I really don't have to do this. Or maybe you're not even consciously thinking that, or being like, I'll do it the next day, or I'll do it tomorrow.
But luckily, you're old, 18? 17?
Yeah,
18. You're still at the perfect age where it's like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because high school, it's like teaching you the fundamentals. But let's say like you did a really bad job in high school and didn't pay attention. You still got 2 years of baseline college, which is most of that stuff anyway.
For real?
Yeah, even if I would say even if you've never like I was like really bad at my SATs and ACTs just because of the math department.
Yeah.
I was like, I just didn't know what I was doing in math.
Damn.
But I took it in college and realized like, oh, I'm actually not that bad at math. I just had to learn the fundamentals and actually do it, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm scared of, because like,
nah, you'll be fine.
Really?
Don't stress it.
Okay.
It's literally like I was nervous. I think the first time I showed up to a class because it was like my first time at college or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like slightly nervous, but then you do it and you're just like, oh, no wonder these kids like hate school.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't imagine. I was like doing probably like 3 hours of classes a day, maybe most, but it was like if I was there for all day, I'd kill myself. This is awful. You guys are here all the time.
Damn.
It's super. True. It's super easy. You just show up, bring your books, try and pay attention, and then when you go home, you do the homework and take the test. Like that's how most of school is, at least.
Yeah.
At least that early part.
Damn, that's true. Honestly.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It's not that much different from homeschool.
Okay.
Like after you realize, it's like, oh, this is all the same.
Yeah.
Dang it.
That's
none of this stuff is good.
Homeschooling. It's just.
I feel like you're so different.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like you're the social, like, reject in a way. Because it already, not even in the way that it already has a stereotype.
Yeah.
But sort of in the way that, I don't know, it's just even saying, oh yeah, I'm homeschooled. Like, that sounds like fucking nerd. Like, you get
but you can tell you're in high school. Like, eventually that doesn't even matter at all.
Really?
Yeah. As soon as, like, honestly, if you start taking college classes, like, because you're 18, you can start taking those now. Yeah. Just, like, go apply. And it's pretty cheap because they do free tuition if you take the right credit hours.
For real?
Mm-hmm. So, like, that's not a thing that really matters anymore.
Damn.
As soon as you leave high school, like, nobody even asks. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
It eventually becomes, you get out of the school anxiety of, like, early school, and it literally just becomes, oh my God, I need these credit hours so I can graduate, so I can find a job. Like, I don't give a shit where people went to school. I don't care if you were homeschooled, if you only made preschool. Like, once you're in college, just like,
it's just a different game.
This is the thing. Well, I mean, college is you got to study the thing to find the job. Like, that's. Yeah. And
so it feels like more professional maybe than like.
It's much more, not your first 2 years. First 2 years of college don't matter.
Okay.
That is your baseline structure. That's making sure you have got the principles of whatever field you're going into.
Gotcha. So your associates is just making sure you're not absolutely stupid.
I mean, it's like it's the halfway point basically.
Right.
Of a
you're just redoing the 2 years to make sure you're good enough.
Kind of.
To the third year maybe.
Basically, yeah. Kind of.
Gotcha.
But it's like it's just a halfway degree. It's a 2-year degree.
Gotcha.
It's just called an associate's degree. You can get it in science. You can get it in, I think, marketing. I got mine in arts, which is like just liberal arts. Doesn't matter. Yeah. But it's like what those are is your starting credit hours. Damn. So you have to like have 120 credit hours or whatever to graduate. Each class you take is like, I want to say they can go up to like 8 credit hours.
That's not bad.
At some schools. So it's like, you have 120 to do though to get your bachelor's, and you only get 8 per class. So it's like
a year.
No, per class. So like a semester. I can tell you're homeschooled because it's like you're not thinking a year. No, you genius. Like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, like or sometimes 3 months.
Okay.
A semester.
So let's say I do 1 semester. Those credits for that class goes up to 8.
No.
Goes down to 8.
Okay, so each class has like a set determined amount of credits it gives you.
Okay.
What you're going to do when you first go, luckily for you, specifically you, you don't have to think about any of this really. What you need to decide is what are some fields that you think you would really enjoy a career in maybe.
Yeah.
And then just take a general education in that direction with your associate's degree.
Gotcha.
When you go to the school, the counselor will like tell you, these are what you need to take for what you're wanting to do. Or like what you're thinking about doing.
I see what you're saying.
The first 2 years at any college are going to be pretty much the same. They're your baseline courses. So that's why I would say go to a community college. It's way cheaper. And then after that, then you can look at wherever school you'd like to go to.
Gotcha. Damn.
And the other thing, too, is when you get an associate's degree, a lot of times they don't look specifically at what classes you took. They just look at the degree.
Gotcha.
So they would just go, oh, you have an associate's degree? Well, it doesn't matter that you missed these couple credits for this program. Like, just go ahead and...
Damn, okay. So how many credits does it take to get your bachelor's?
Well, if that's 120, I think the associate's is probably like 60. Bachelor being 120.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Sorry. I reverse engineered you.
No, you're good.
I didn't answer it.
That sounds tough. That sounds kind of hard.
That's why I was saying start early. So
Yeah.
we went on a little bit of a college rant there.
No,
It's
it's
turned
cool.
into the advice podcast now. I feel bad.
Derek from Buffalo, New York asks, I'm a homeschooled idiot and don't know what to do with my life. I would suggest, does your dad have a gun around?
That's
Sorry.
terrible.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Because you need to take that gun and make sure it's got the safety on and it's
Yep.
locked away.
sure
And
it's
better
safe.
yet, make sure your dad
Yeah.
locks it away.
Make
Yeah,
sure your dad's with
make
you.
sure your make sure is
Yeah.
sure, dude.
Make sure you're sure that you're making sure your dad is with you when you're making sure that gun is safe and far away from your siblings.
Yeah.
And then shove it up your
No.
ass.
Okay, Stanley. Good times. Good times. NBA Youngboy, huh? That's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, definitely. I don't know. What helps you in hard times when you just, I don't know, going through the tough times of life?
Still figuring it out. I'm not sure.
Okay.
No, that's way. I don't know. Thinking.
Yeah.
Planning. Like, even though I hate planning, like,
Yeah.
typically trying to make a plan. That's typically what I would.
So
Yeah.
what's like your coping mechanisms? Like when times get tough, what makes you feel better?
Being busy, being productive.
Yep.
Yeah, mostly just trying to stay busy. I
Yeah.
think if things are really tough, I have a tendency to like, that'll be the only thing I'm thinking about. Like whatever the hardship is,
Yeah.
that is the only thing
Yeah.
on my mind, and that's the only thing
Exactly.
I'm working around.
Right.
It
It's the
kinda
only
like-
thing you can think of.
Yeah, it kind of like becomes
Yeah.
the center, which is probably not the healthiest way to do it.
No, but I mean, it's human.
What I've tried to do is like, so like right now, the big thing I'm just, planning for my future. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, baseline education, done. Took a little longer. Let's finish up the last, whatever credits, and then kind of pick what we're doing, And
Yeah.
with that, it's like, only relief there is making sure everything I'm doing is kind of like feeding into that process.
Okay.
But
That's
I
all.
shouldn't do that. So I've thought about scheduling times,
Yeah.
maybe scheduling times to think about it and times not to think about it,
That's smart, honestly.
or like times that I do something that will take my mind off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would help, honestly. Just sort of clearing your mind and scheduling for those hard talks with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
What's the alternative, I guess? Because what do you do?
like you said, honestly, I really like keep yourself busy.
Yeah.
Because I've been taking on like a ton of hours at Willie Taco.
Yeah.
And this weekend I'm doing like a double shift and then working in the morning till 5. Like I've just, and that's not a flex, by the way. It's like I don't mean to be like, I'm overworked. What about you guys?
Hey guys, fellow young person here. I'm poor as shit and I hate my job.
Hell
Anyway.
yeah. Yeah, when you just keep yourself busy and it feels like you're and giving other people stuff, not in a physical way, but like giving people your time and just like giving in general, it sounds cliche, but like especially when you're feeling down, it just takes that like heaviness off you a little bit, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The only thing that worries me about that coping mechanism, because that is how I got, like I did that with that stupid Chick-fil-A job.
Oh my god.
I don't know why. Put a lot of effort into that, and it was really not worth all my emotional state.
Yes.
I think just having, I don't know, it's this weird balance act where I can get too obsessive about something.
Yeah.
Shows, imagine you're the same way. It's like you get really obsessed, and that's the only thing you're thinking about, and that's the only thing you do. And it makes you almost like really competent at stuff very quickly.
Yeah.
Because it's like, while other people, like, they tend to last longer, we'll burn out quick, but it's like we will, like,
be obsessed over
like we will
like,
it's the only thing we're thinking about.
like
It's the only thing we're thinking about. That's the only thing we care about at that moment.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
it's maybe not the healthiest thing.
it's not. So the way to do it, and what I'm trying to do, and I feel like I've gotten better, is just moderation, right? Like thinking about what is the ultimate goal, setting, bigger goals than just the small ones.
Yeah.
Because before it was just small goals that I was trying to accomplish, and it's a good way to do it. It's a good way to stay busy and active, and give yourself dopamine for completing tasks.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think lately it's just been more like, I wish I had spent more time thinking bigger picture. I spent a lot of time thinking micro and should have thought macro.
Week by week type shit.
I spent a lot of time being like, man, how can I be the best supervisor at this place? And if I'm the best supervisor here, everybody's going to love it. And everybody love it. And then you look 2 years later and it's like, yeah, that was like not like
not what I thought it would be.
Well, not even that. It's like you learn experiences and gain experiences, but it's not. It wasn't the most important thing in the world. Even if I didn't do that good at it.
Yeah,
it wasn't that big a deal. It was fine.
Damn.
And so
that's true.
Giving yourself a little bit of grace to like understand what's important and what's not at a bigger level. So like Alicia's really struggling with like schoolwork, but it's like the classes she's taking. It's like she's having to write a paper about like it was something dumb like cats or something.
Damn.
And she's going into like a specific science of like hand and mouth and how like people with mental disability, like how people with mental disabilities will be. It's SLP, speech language pathology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what she's going into. But
that's cool.
My point is like, oh, you're really struggling with writing this paper about a cat or whatever it was, or whatever the dumb assignment. But I was like, micro. It's not that big a deal.
Damn.
Like think about it. Like you're doing all of this so you can do this thing later. So it's like, maybe some of the shit's worth it. Yeah. You're bumming it at like, probably low level job. You're working a lot of hours. You're hustling. You're kind of in school. But like that's what life is. So like just make the most of it like in the sparks that you're at, because eventually you're going to be 30 and you're going to have a lot of money, but like you'll be 30 and it won't be the same. Yeah. Or you'll be 50 or you'll be 70. Same experience of just like you're going to work really tough jobs that like feel kind of, it's like they don't feel like you're adding a lot of value, and you just don't feel like you're getting anything out of what you're putting in. Yeah. But if you're smart and you like try and set yourself up in some ways, that's why I'm like, I think education's pretty important. I wish it was easier. Like there were easier ways to get it. Definitely. But there's still workarounds. Like I'm learning in different ways that even I'm closer to, I'm like on the halfway point to 30 than I am like 15, which makes me sad. I remember what it was like to be 15. Yeah. It's like I'm almost 25.
Yeah. That's like what I was trying to say is how fast time goes by. You go to your first, like my first job. Trying to think of what all I should say.
Sure. Okay. I mean, you just talk about the struggles of it. Like, we worked at the food service stuff.
Yeah. You know, it's like each job I had, you look back at the previous job and it's like, why did I give a shit so much about what this person thought of me or what this person thought of me or any of that? And it's more of just enjoy. It's like you were saying, just take the good parts about the things, because the negative shit's not going to matter anyway. And it's nihilistic to say, but like,
it's the beauty of like how life works, because I think something I've been thinking about a lot is it gives you as much as you put into it. Yeah. If you put nothing into life, it probably is like it's really hard to get through a lot of times, and I feel that way. Like me personally, I feel that way. But I'm learning, the more I'm just like actively engaging in things I know are positive, like things that I know I should be doing, and just doing it because like I just know I should be doing this. Like this is something I should be. It's better for me to like think this way and do these things in the long run. And now that like I'm older, because in high school, of course, I didn't do those things. Like I hung out with friends. Like I like same as you. Like that's what you do in high school.
Yeah, of course.
But just getting yourself in that mindset of like, you just got to do the things that you don't really want to do, because in the long run, it feels way more rewarding after you've done them.
Yeah.
And it's like,
definitely. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's I like dopamine boost when you can look back and be like, I did that shit.
Yeah,
like,
I accomplished that.
Yeah.
And it's, going back to like crappy jobs too, but think of how easily it was. Like, think of how big it was at one point, and then how little it means to you now. Yeah, exactly. It could be the biggest thing in the world at one point, and then literally like that, it's just, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like
puts everything.
It can change in an instant too. It could be like one day it matters, and then like before you know it, it's already, you quit that job 2 weeks ago, and it's like that didn't matter. Like literally none of that mattered. Yeah. And not in a nihilistic way again, but like I don't know.
Well, no, but it shows you it's you get as much as you put into it.
Yeah.
Like there were points where you're at the job and you're probably putting a ton into it, and it's
Yeah.
just like, you know, if it's not returning or whatever. But there's also other things that's like you put nothing into it and you didn't feel like you got anything, but then you put a little into it and you're like, oh, that was like super rewarding. I'm glad I did that thing, even if it's just like cleaning your floors.
Hell yeah.
Like, you ever been like
exactly
like depressed and you don't clean up, and then all of a sudden you just clean everything and you're like, oh, good.
That makes me feel better.
I'm glad I did that. Why didn't I do that earlier?
That is so crazy.
But that's how like everything seems to be.
Yeah.
And it's not, by the way. Like there's actual hurt. There's a reason you didn't clean that room.
Yeah.
There's a reason you didn't take your courses when you're supposed to. There's a reason you didn't study when you're supposed to. There's reasons for that, and you need to explore those.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, whenever you complete whatever the task is, I'm sure it's the same even if you get your doctorate in something. It's like, oh, yeah, I could do that. Like, why didn't I just do that thing,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever woke up and gone like, oh man, I went running today, but like I didn't have to do that. That was dumb. Like that never happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't have
that's
to.
a good point.
I didn't have to study,
Yeah, you never regret doing something good. Like after work, because like you don't want to work out sometimes. It's like the last thing you want. And then after, it's like I'm glad I worked out. Like you're never thinking you shouldn't have done something.
Yeah,
that's positive at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's time. There's a song by Tracy Lawrence. It's a time marches on.
I don't know who Tracy Lawrence is.
He's a country singer.
Oh, that's why I don't know why.
Yeah. Listen to this.
No. No, thank you.
Sisters using rouge. Clear complexion, so. Brother smoking weed and he smokes a lot of dope. Mama is depressed, barely makes a sound. Check this out.
Yeah.
Daddy's with the girl in another town. That's Time Marches On by Tracy Lawrence. And it just reminds me, time does marches on. Because think about this.
I'm thinking.
Remember when you were 16, where it was in Virginia, you slapped my face because I punched you?
Oh. I mean, yeah, it probably did happen. I just don't remember it now.
We were really young. I think we were like 10, 13, whatever. 10, 16.
You hit me?
I punched the shit out of you, but I was really little. But at the time, it felt like I beat his ass, but it was like.
What did I do?
You slapped me, and then I turned around and ran, and you chased after me. It was so funny. And then the same day, my mom pricked my finger to check my blood or something. I don't remember why, but they pricked my finger.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. It's a good day.
I think they were checking to see if you had diabetes.
For real?
I think that's what that was.
Why would they think that?
Blood sugar.
Was it low or something?
Yeah, that day it was for whatever reason.
Damn. That's my biggest fear is getting diabetes.
Really?
No,
that's your biggest fear? Damn, bro. That's weird as hell. Nah,
but it is a big fear. It's like, damn, like
I think you're good. Question mark?
Sometimes when you go, I don't know if you ever do this, but if you
Probably
do,
not.
if you ever go on like a sugar binge, or like you had too much sugar, or you had like
I've had
too many
sugar,
sodas or something, or you go out to a buffet and you have.
I understand what the fuck you're saying. Stop giving me examples.
Or you're in the Eiffel Tower. It's just one of those things.
Skip. I'm skipping the ads.
Well, sometimes you're like, did I just give myself diabetes? That's my third chocolate.
Oh, wait, is that what you think at the end of that?
I think about it like the week after. I'm like, did I just... Because I've been eating a lot of sugar. Like, not recently, but sometimes I'll see I'll get acne because of the sugar. And I'm like, is that a diabetes sign? Or how am I going to find out I have diabetes when I die? Just, he had diabetes. He didn't know it.
Dies at 93 years old. He had diabetes. He's like, son of a bitch.
Are you fucking kidding me? You are shitting me right now.
Lives to be 110. He had type. Which one's the hereditary one?
Type 8.
No.
Type 1, sorry.
Is that hereditary one?
Type 1 is hereditary. Second is
Okay.
I think it's called like onset, where you like get it while you don't have it, but you ate so much sugar you like got
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you got old and fat.
Yeah.
Fatty.
Too many beers, fucking Carl. But yeah, that's
No, for real.
Type 1.
Diabetes tough. Sorry
sucks.
for that.
Yeah. Especially because, like, not that our direct family has had it, but like we have, people in our family that has it.
We just
What do you think I was saying?
No, I just like if you haven't heard, diabetes not good.
Not
In our next segment, cancer also a bitch. Actually, probably more so.
Sorry, I got some water.
No, it just sounded like one of those old people laughs where they go.
Yeah, the wheezing laughter. It
was
sounds
into
like
the
I got
slap.
this cigarette laughter or something.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't
It's
know
weird.
what we were talking about. That was pretty funny though.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, I was saying it's not in our direct family, but our near family that we've seen have diabetes, and you like see firsthand, and you're like, this shit sucks, Hunter.
Yeah, I know. I don't think that's connected to us though. I think it's like other side of the family on his
I'm
side.
saying it's like,
Oh, you see
it bring-
firsthand the effects.
yeah, like
I'm
you see
pretty
how
sure he was dumb as hell beforehand too.
What you're saying. That took
Nah,
so
I'm
many
kidding.
seconds to click. Yeah, no, but you
Love
are.
that cutie.
Yeah, he's such a cute man. But yeah, when you see, for me, the like pricking the finger, that's the worst part.
Oh,
I would rather you chop
Yeah.
off my leg every day.
you don't like shots, do you?
No, I don't. I feel like I'm like
you have
could-
like a self-inflicted tattoo though.
it wasn't on my fingertip. I have a thing about my
It's
fingers
on your finger.
behind on the bone, right here, and I'm not drawing blood either. I wasn't drawing blood. I'm saying, that prick, just like the look of it, where you go, and like a little blood comes out. In my brain it goes. You think of all those organs, and it's opened up, and it's like
Organs,
not organs. You open up this thing, and it's like a wound, like a small wound, and there's blood in it, and that's why, in my head, that's what I picture.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's fucking gross.
Do you not like holes either?
No, yeah, I don't. Not in the human
No,
body.
no,
No,
no, I
but
meant-
like, there's one hole. Never mind. Never mind. Ah.
Her heart. No, Alicia's got this thing where it's like she doesn't like holes. Like it doesn't matter if it's in paper and walls, like consecutive
Yeah.
holes. I don't know. There's like an actual
Damn,
phobia. I
for
looked
real?
it up. Yeah.
Oh
a
yeah,
common
it's on
phobia.
subreddit.
Yeah, I saw like a common phobia for it, but
Damn.
she says it grosses her out. Is what
Really?
she says. Yeah.
Damn. It just messes with me on like your body. Like for instance, I've seen not personally, but I've seen on the internet like gunshot wounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's not as gross, but I think stabbing and shit, like anything that causes the wound to be open in a way
Yeah.
and like slowly open, you just see like a bit inside. It's gross to me. You know what I mean? Anytime I got paper cuts, that was the worst shit in the world because I could picture it. Like literally having my finger almost come off was better than seeing a prick of blood. I would rather do this 10 times over, the scar, than ever get a
That's
prick.
retarded. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
It's just gross. You know what I mean? Is there any not fetishes? Is there any things you don't like about the human body?
All the fetishes people have. Yeah, I don't like my my phobia. I don't like just like it's cuts on the fingers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
like cuts.
Exactly.
I don't mind the prick. The prick's fine.
Really?
Prick on the finger. Yeah, they can draw
Okay.
blood. They can do that. I don't like when it's like the paper cuts.
Yeah.
Like, it just grosses me out.
Yeah,
It makes me
exactly.
I think it's because all the times like I've cut my hands just in the kitchen. and
Yeah,
just seeing my
yeah.
like fingers kind of like
Ah,
slice.
so
I'm just
gross.
like
That was the
bleh.
worst. Yeah. I did that all the time at my kitchen jobs. And it sucks.
yeah.
It sucks so much because it's not even that it's painful. It's just
It's
like,
just gross.
like
kinda
that's
gross.
me too.
Yeah, it's
it's
like-
me. Like, yeah, it's just not natural.
Would you say you're a puker?
What is you mean like if I'm
Just
grossed
in general,
out?
Just in general. That's very very broad question.
Yeah, it is. I would say specifically if I'm sick. If I only puke if I'm sick.
How often would you count yourself as sick?
Like every 5 months, there's a 7 in 10 chance that I'm gonna get sick.
Every 5 months. There's a 7 in 10 chance. Okay. I don't know what to do with that, but
Okay, let's say
yeah,
there's a 70% chance over 5 months
So
I'm going
if,
to get
like,
sick.
I drank too much,
Right.
smoke too much, whatever
Yeah,
you do.
yeah.
But, like, people have reactions where
Right.
my thing, if I had too much to drink, I'm gonna throw up.
Okay.
Or flip side of this, and I consider myself in pretty okay shape. I'm obviously not, world class athlete, you can tell, but like I can run. Okay,
Yeah.
like it's fine. If I'm gonna do anything on a run, like if I'm having an off day, I could run one day.
Yeah.
Run like an 8-minute for like 4 miles.
Yeah.
Come out the next day, because this has happened. Run like a very easy 9-minute, and sometimes I just throw up.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. So you're prone to because I feel like
2 days ago, I was on the phone with Dad. You can ask him. I was on the phone with him, and he said something, and then I was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna have to call you back. I gotta throw up." I was just like walking around talking to him. Threw up, called him back.
you weren't sick or anything?
I didn't even eat anything. Like I was like,
Really?
yeah, it was just
Damn. Yeah.
a
I'm
little
not like
woozy or
that.
something. I don't know. I think I'm a puker.
That's so weird.
I don't
The
like
only
it.
time I throw up is if I'm, like really sick or I've had too much of something. Like any too much of something, I'll probably throw up. But I'm not like that. Like I don't just throw up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, how often does that happen?
I throw up probably like once or twice a week.
Are you serious?
Yeah, just for like one reason or another.
Do you have glyphobia? Anorexia? Are you anorexic?
No.
Do you throw up on purpose right now?
No. Oh, you're talking about bulimia.
Yeah.
No.
Baby, did you eat today?
No, but I'm about to eat dinner. It's great. No, it's just like, I don't know. I think some people, because like Logan can count on like, he can remember every single time he's thrown up because he's thrown up so little. I've lost count of how many times I've thrown up.
Damn. That's so weird how individually you have very
why is
different
everybody
responses.
just so different?
That's what I'm
We
saying.
look different. We
Where did
think
that come from?
different, We
Yeah.
say and sound different, smell
Yeah.
different.
Because if you think about it, at least I think, the brain matter looks the same on everybody. A lot of people have eyebrows, nose. We all got it, but I think I found the answer. Life. The meaning of life is your own subjective choice. And not choice, that's a bad word to use, but you find that through your attractions, experiences, your past, aversions, attractions, all that. And through that, you sort of have your own experiences, and that sort of makes the person you are. Like your what you grow up around, like your
Yeah.
environment. It's like the saying, you're a product of your environment.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if we were, I already know, literally if we were just not as fortunate, we could be, and I know this sounds dramatic, but we could be in the same position as some people here around us, near, around here.
Oh, like
Where they're living in,
or
living in bad, really bad neighborhoods where you're probably going to grow up in a gang and you're probably going to, not have a dad or something like that. I feel like we're definitely fortunate in that aspect.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. And I think that's probably what's the biggest difference between people that are happy and people that are unhappy.
Yeah.
It's not money.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of times we think it's money. I think it's money a lot of times.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not. It's like people that are, just grateful. Like, if you can be grateful in bad situations, you can typically find the good in anything. And when you find the good in stuff, you tend to function better.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're not as stressed. You can think more clearly.
Yeah. And it doesn't feel like, in your mind, it's no longer, bad or a bad thing. It's this is good for me. This is healthy.
Yeah. Oh, it's just building those habits, right?
Yeah.
It's even making the things that suck part of a good thing.
Yes.
It's well, I don't necessarily like doing these things, but I still do them. Cause,
right.
Yeah,
it's
better.
Working out. I don't know. It's a hard struggle to actually work out,
Yeah. Are you at the stage where you like it?
I'm almost there. It's...
How long you been going consistent? Because you look like you put on muscle.
Really? Not really. About a month and a half.
That's pretty good.
I've been trying to... I feel I would definitely feel just looking at pictures from not long ago, I feel because what I really wanted working out, the whole reason is not even to look insane, but just to have a bigger torso. I hated how my torso was so small, and it gave me a really small body. It was kind of emasculating. So I was I'm going to try to bulk up here. So I've been hitting trying to hit a lot of shoulders and chest and not triceps, whatever.
You know, it's kind of funny.
What's that?
Sorry to yawn. Right into
No, it's okay.
Growing up, I was always the reverse. I was self-conscious about like how much bigger I was than people.
Really?
Like, yeah, I mean, like it was like elementary school to early like middle school.
Mm-hmm.
I would have probably just been like thick. Like, I was just like a bigger kid with bigger bones. Like, but I was pretty athletic, like with sports and stuff.
Yeah.
And I got bigger when we got into high school, or when I got into high school. I wasn't working out, and then senior year I lost all that weight. But
yeah,
it's just kind of weird how like yours growing up was like, oh, I wish.
Yeah.
Bigger chest.
Yeah.
And it's like
exactly.
mine was like, I thought my chest was like too big, and I thought my arms were
Damn.
too big, and I was just like, man, I
Really?
wish I was more like River, who was smaller. And it's just like,
Really?
Yeah. Cause
Damn.
Clothes fit better on you, clothes look better on you. It's just like,
Damn. Yeah. I mean, that's good to hear though. It's a different perspective. Like I've never thought of that perspective.
Yeah.
It's and that just it goes back to what I was saying, like the mere chances, because like every sibling is what could have been you. Like you were just not the right cell, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't just connect right,
Yeah.
or you weren't there on time. It's like, like I don't know.
no, it's true.
Trying to articulate it, but it's
No,
like
no. I
your
totally get what you're
chances,
saying. Yeah.
my chances would be I could have been you.
Yeah.
You know, I could have been yourself, but it's like the mere chances that, you know, we're just slightly different but have completely different experiences and shit.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. Oh, damn. What is Alicia?
She gets off. She's leaving now.
Oh,
That's
okay,
what she
cool.
was texting me about.
Oh, okay.
You know, I think
Yeah.
this was a good podcast.
I thought this was good too.
I don't know if so I haven't kept up with your last few episodes. I know I've been in a couple though, and it's typically a little bit more wacky. I apologize if I brought
No, this
brought
was
down the
honestly like
mood.
genuinely, I feel like really good. Like this is one I'm actually gonna like listening to back.
What does that say about all your other ones? As he goes, I'm not looking forward to listening to this again.
Nah, I honestly do. It's tough to go back to episode 1 and listen to it because I'm like, it wasn't even long ago. But it's like you start to just get better at things in a way. And I feel like talking's easier. Like having content to talk about when you don't have any content, like just improvising,
Yeah.
was really good.
Well, you
And,
start to figure out like what your strengths are too.
yeah,
'Cause,
yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
When you started the podcast, at least when you first started it, it was like really intense, like wackiness, which is fine. Like that is
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
But what's also you is like really chill and mellow, and then the wackiness comes out in the middle of that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's these this is what we grew up doing, was having this
Hell
type
yeah.
of conversation.
That's what I was striving for at the start. I was trying to get like, cause like anytime we go to a restaurant, this is our exact conversation. It's
Yeah.
just, it felt like we had to sort of stick off from the other podcast because it's sort of a professional, serious time of one.
Well,
So
yeah, I mean,
you kind
that's-
of have to get used to it. But now
That's
I feel,
more of a business podcast.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
So it definitely feels good to like get comfortable. And be
Now
able
you
to
need
do.
is like genuine camera equipment and
yeah,
and like
yeah.
a stand and stuff.
Like a tripod and
And then
stuff.
it's-
Yeah, that would be sad. And I want a
It'll be
new
all set.
mixer with like, cause I can only put 2 mics in right now. I want one where I could put like at least 4, cause that would be
Yeah.
cool to have like Logan on or something.
Yeah, like a
Um,
larger podcast.
yeah,
And just do
exactly.
it like this.
Or it would be funny to do like you and Alicia. I feel like that would be a funny one.
That probably would be a pretty good one.
I thought that would be because Alicia would like not even try, but she would be such a good like guest on the podcast.
Yeah, Alicia's a good podcast guest without
Yeah,
realizing it.
she's like naturally entertaining. But anyways, I really do think we did good today. Like,
Good podcast?
I really think it was a good pod. Like this one's
I thought it was too. I'm glad you liked it.
yeah, it was.
Thank
it
you for
popped
coming
off.
on.
Yeah, thank you,
No,
thank you.
you.
Well,
Get out. No, I'm kidding. No, this is good.
yeah, it was good. So
podcast, man.
I hope you guys enjoyed it if you even watched it to this part. And I hope you did. I hope you fall asleep to this. You know, it's
You know what your next step is, though,
What is that?
realistically?
yeah,
Just editing it. Like editing
Yeah,
certain
getting
parts of
better
it,
at
getting the
editing.
good segments.
yes,
That's
yes.
all-
I want to start making excerpts like
Yeah.
funny. I feel like that'd be good.
That's the way to
Or-
grow it.
Yeah, or at the end of the year, like just promote the shit out of it, like the best of 2022 or something. You know,
Yeah.
just get all the best moments.
Just take your good parts and put it on TikTok, and that's how.
Yeah.
Isn't that how you kids? That's how you.
That's
all
how
grow
we
your-
kids do it. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a blessed night.